How did Spain manage to build the Royal Palace of Madrid without money? In Europe, which other palace can rival Versailles and Schönbrunn Palace? The answer is the Royal Palace of Madrid. This palace is the third largest in Europe, remains well preserved, and houses countless treasures and artifacts. Today, it is a famous tourist attraction. Originally, the Royal Palace of Madrid was just a Moorish fortress, incomparable in scale and decoration to the present-day palace. In 1085, Madrid was recaptured by Catholic forces, and the fortress gradually fell into disuse and disrepair. 500 years later, King Philip II of Spain moved the capital to Madrid, and the fortress was converted into a royal palace. Unfortunately, in 1734, a great fire completely destroyed the palace. This event deeply distressed the new king, Philip V, who already suffered from depression and mania. The palace was his childhood home, and he could not tolerate the destruction of these memories, prompting his desire to rebuild a magnificent palace. Soon, this idea faced opposition from some ministers. At that time, Spain was almost in a state of impoverishment. Despite having won 2 wars and acquired territories under Austrian rule in Naples, Sicily, and the Ottoman Empire's Iran, the country's population had surged, the tax system was outdated, and the treasury was running a deficit. Moreover, Philip V employed many courtiers whose roles were not to govern the country but to serve as high-ranking servants, exclusively at the royal family's disposal, and their salaries were exorbitantly high. The royal family indulged in luxury, while they couldn't even pay the military and officials, relying on silver from the New World to fill financial gaps. Despite the bleak situation, Philip V ignored the advice and, with a grand gesture, announced the construction of the Royal Palace of Madrid in 1738. However, just a year later, Spain faced a financial crisis and went bankrupt. Stunned by this turn of events, Philip V had to halt the construction. Fortunately, Philip had an exceptionally capable second wife, Elizabeth Farnese. She appointed the Marquis of Ensenada as Prime Minister, who implemented a series of reforms that slowly revived Spain's economy. A few years later, Philip V's son, Ferdinand VI, ascended the throne. Though he never won the favor of his stepmother Elizabeth, he continued to employ the Marquis of Ensenada, despite considering him an adversary, for the sake of the country. Ferdinand VI avoided involving Spain in the War of Austrian Succession and the 7 Years' War, allowing further recovery of national strength and resuming the palace construction at a faster pace. By 1759, Ferdinand VI passed away, and the palace was still incomplete. It was not until 5 years later that his successor, Charles III, officially moved into the splendid palace. Since then, successive Spanish monarchs have resided in the Royal Palace of Madrid, each decorating it according to their tastes, giving the palace a variety of styles. This includes Charles III's private chambers, Charles IV's Hall of Mirrors, and Alfonso XII's luxurious dining room, all contributing to the unique charm of the palace.